Chapter 1, Introduction. A land of breathtaking beauty and rich heritage. Nestled in the northern reaches of Europe, Norway is a land that captivates the imagination with its majestic fjords, snow-capped mountains, and awe-inspiring auroras. This Scandinavian nation, with a population of just over 5 million, consistently ranks among the happiest countries in the world. A land of contrasts, Norway seamlessly blends ancient Viking heritage with cutting-edge modernity, offering visitors and inhabitants a unique and enriching experience. Norway's significance extends far beyond its picturesque landscapes. As a pioneer in sustainability, the country leads in green energy, environmental conservation, and progressive policies. Known for its egalitarian society, Norway exemplifies how culture, innovation, and respect for nature can coexist harmoniously. The story of Norway is one of resilience, from its Viking roots to its emergence as a global leader in peace-building and sustainable development. In this documentary, we embark on an expansive journey across Norway, exploring its past, present, and future. From the roaring waters of Geirangerfjord to the cobbled streets of Bergen, from the ancient Sami traditions in the Arctic to the cutting-edge architecture of Oslo, Norway is a nation of endless wonder. Chapter 2, Historical Background. The early beginnings. Norway's story begins thousands of years ago, with the arrival of its first settlers during the end of the Ice Age. These early inhabitants, likely drawn by retreating glaciers and fertile lands, established themselves along the coast. Archaeological evidence, such as tools and rock carvings, reveals a hunter-gatherer society deeply connected to the sea and land. Over millennia, these small communities developed into distinct cultures, leaving behind intriguing traces of their lives. The famous petroglyphs of Alta, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, depict scenes of hunting, fishing, and rituals, offering a glimpse into the spiritual world of Norway's earliest people. The Viking Age 7931066 CE. No history of Norway is complete without the mention of the Vikings. Beginning in the late 8th century, the Norse seafarers from Norway, Denmark, and Sweden embarked on a period of exploration, trade, and conquest that left an indelible mark on Europe and beyond. Norwegian Vikings, renowned for their shipbuilding skills, set sail across the North Atlantic, reaching as far as Iceland, Greenland, and even North America. Leif Erikson, son of Eric the Red, is credited with establishing a settlement in Vinland, believed to be modern-day Newfoundland, centuries before Columbus reached the Americas. The Viking Age was not just about raids and warfare. It was also a period of cultural exchange, technological advancement, and maritime ingenuity. The intricate longships of the Vikings, with their shallow drafts and dragon-head prows, symbolized the adventurous spirit of the Norsemen. Today, sites like the Oseberg and Gokstad ship burials offer a window into this fascinating era. The Middle Ages and the Kalmar Union 10661-523. The Viking Age came to an end with the Christianization of Norway, a process that began in earnest during the reign of King Olaf II. See Olaf. Olaf played a pivotal role in uniting the kingdom under Christianity, and his legacy is commemorated each year during St. Olaf's Day in Trondheim. By the late Middle Ages, Norway entered into a period of political alliances and unions. The Kalmar Union, established in 1397, united Norway, Denmark, and Sweden under a single monarch. For Norway, this era marked a decline in political autonomy as much of its governance shifted to Denmark. Despite this, Norway's cultural identity endured. The stave churches, with their intricate wooden carvings, stand as a testament to the blending of Norse pagan and Christian traditions. Of the approximately 1,000 stave churches built, only 28 remain today, preserving a unique architectural legacy. Norwegian independence and the Constitution of 1814. Norway regained its independence in 1814, following centuries of union with Denmark. This newfound autonomy culminated in the drafting of the Norwegian Constitution at Eidsvoll, one of the most progressive charters of its time. While Norway entered a union with Sweden shortly after, the Constitution remained a cornerstone of Norwegian identity and governance. The union with Sweden ended peacefully in 1905, marking the beginning of modern Norway. King Håkon VII, Originally, a Danish prince was chosen as Norway's monarch, symbolizing the nation's commitment to democratic principles and peaceful self. World War II and post-war reconstruction. Norway's neutrality during World War II was shattered when Nazi Germany invaded in 1,940 days. Despite resistance efforts, the country was occupied for 5 years. This period tested the resilience of the Norwegian people, with figures like King Haakon VII and the underground resistance inspiring hope. After the war, Norway underwent significant reconstruction and modernization. The discovery of oil in the North Sea during the 1960th century transformed the economy, providing the resources needed to build one of the world's most prosperous societies. Chapter 3: Geography and Natural Beauty. Norway's geographic marvels. Stretching over 1,000 miles from its southern tip at Lindesnes to the Arctic reaches of the North Cape, Norway is a land shaped by nature's raw power. Its jagged coastline, carved by glaciers over millennia, is dotted with deep fjords, cascading waterfalls, and thousands of islands. The country's terrain is a testament to its geological history, offering a landscape of breathtaking diversity. Norway is divided into several geographical regions, each with its unique charm. Southern Norway, known for its quaint coastal towns, archipelagos, and gentle climate. Eastern Norway, ostlanded by rolling hills, forests, and Norway's largest city, Oslo. Western Norway, famous for its dramatic fjords and steep mountains. Central Norway, rich in Viking history and agricultural traditions. Northern Norway, Nord-Norge, a land of midnight sun and polar nights, home to the indigenous Sami people. The majestic fjords. Norway's fjords are its most iconic natural features, attracting millions of visitors each year. These deep, glacially carved inlets are surrounded by towering cliffs and lush greenery, creating an otherworldly beauty. Among the most famous are Geirangerfjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its stunning waterfalls, including the Seven Sisters, and the longest and deepest fjord in Norway, stretching over 200 kilometers inland. Lysfjord, home to the famous Preikestolen pulpit rock, a flat-topped cliff offering panoramic views. Hardangerfjord, renowned for its orchards, particularly during the spring blossom season. The fjords are not just scenic marvels, they also support rich ecosystems and play a significant role in Norway's culture and economy, particularly in fishing and tourism. Mountains and Norway's rugged terrain is defined by its mountains, which cover much of the country. The Jotunheimen National Park, often referred to as the home of the giants, is home to Norway's highest peaks, including Galdhøpiggen and Glittertind. These mountains offer incredible opportunities for hiking, climbing, and skiing. In the north, the Lengen Alps rise dramatically above the Arctic Circle, attracting adventurers from around the globe. The snow-covered peaks provide a stark contrast to the surrounding fjords and valleys, making them a favorite for photographers and thrill-seekers. The Northern Lights and midnight sun. One of Norway's greatest natural phenomena is the aurora borealis, or northern lights. Visible primarily during the winter months in northern regions, the lights create a mesmerizing display of color and motion in the night sky. Towns like Tromsø and Alta are popular destinations for aurora-chasing tourists. In contrast, the midnight sun occurs during the summer months, when the sun never sets above the Arctic Circle. This unique phenomenon bathes the landscape in a golden glow, providing endless daylight for exploration and outdoor activities. National parks and conservation efforts. Norway is deeply committed to preserving its natural heritage. The country boasts 47 national parks, including Jotunheimen, Rondane, and Dovrefjellsundalstella, each offering pristine wilderness and opportunities for outdoor recreation. Norwegians have a strong tradition of friluftsliv, or outdoor living, which emphasizes harmony with nature. This philosophy is supported by the allemannsrett, or every man's right, which allows people to roam freely in the countryside while respecting the environment. Arctic wonders. The Arctic region of Norway, including the Svalbard archipelago, is a place of stark beauty and extreme conditions. Svalbard is home to polar bears, Arctic foxes, and walruses, as well as the northernmost settlement, Longyearbyen. The icy landscapes of the Arctic are not just visually stunning, they are also vital for scientific research on climate change. Norway's leadership in polar exploration, dating back to figures like Fridtjof Nansen and Roald Amundsen, reflects its enduring connection to this fragile region. Chapter 4: Society and Culture. Norwegian society is characterized by a deep commitment to equality, community, and sustainability. The concept of janteloven, or the law of Jante, plays a significant role in shaping social behavior. This unwritten code emphasizes humility, collective well-being, and discourages excessive individualism. Norwegians value balance and simplicity in their lifestyles. Known for their love of nature, they often engage in friluftsliv, outdoor living, spending time hiking, skiing, or simply enjoying the outdoors. The importance of work-life balance is also evident in their short work weeks and generous parental leave policies, traditions, and festivals. Norwegian traditions are a mix of ancient customs and modern practices, often tied to the seasons and natural cycles. Key celebrations include Syttende Mai, May 17th. Norway's Constitution Day is a joyous occasion marked by parades, traditional clothing, midsummer and public festivities celebrated around the summer solstice. This festival involves bonfires, dancing, and outdoor gatherings. Christmas. Norway's Christmas traditions blend Christian and pagan elements with a focus on cozy family gatherings, hearty meals, and the decoration of nis, mythical gnome-like figures. The role of the Sami people. The Sami, Norway's indigenous people, have a rich cultural heritage rooted in the Arctic regions of the country. Traditionally reindeer herders, the Sami have preserved their unique language, music, and crafts despite historical challenges. One of the most iconic aspects of Sami culture is joik, a form of vocal music that reflects the spiritual connection between individuals and nature. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in Sami traditions, and efforts are being made to protect their rights and preserve their way of life. Art and architecture. Norwegian art and architecture are deeply influenced by the country's natural surroundings and cultural heritage. From the medieval stave churches with their intricate wooden carvings to the modern works of architect Snoetta, Norway's buildings reflect a harmonious relationship with the environment. Norway is also home to world-class museums such as the National Gallery in Oslo, which houses Edvard Munch's famous painting The Scream. Munch's work, with its raw emotion and dramatic landscapes, embodies the spirit of Norwegian art. Music and literature. Norwegian culture is rich in music and storytelling. Traditional folk music, featuring instruments like the Hardanger fiddle, remains a cherished part of Norway's heritage. Contemporary Norwegian musicians such as Aurora and Kygo have also gained international acclaim. Norwegian literature boasts influential writers like Henrik Ibsen, regarded as the father of modern drama, whose works include A Doll's House, a Nobel Prize-winning novelist known for Hunger and Growth of the Soil. Jo Nesbø, a best-selling author of crime fiction. Storytelling has deep roots in Norwegian folklore, with tales of trolls, elves, and mythical creatures reflecting the country's deep connection to its landscapes. Food and culinary traditions. Norwegian cuisine is shaped by its natural resources and long coastline. Seafood plays a central role, with dishes like gravlax, curd salmon, and klippfisk, dried cod, being staples. Other traditional foods include rammegrøt, a sour cream porridge served with butter and sugar. Lefse, a soft flatbread often enjoyed with butter, sugar, or cinnamon. Gakkar, Norwegian meatballs served with potatoes and gravy. In recent years, there has been a surge in innovative Nordic cuisine, with Norwegian chefs embracing local ingredients to create modern dishes that celebrate the country's culinary heritage. Sports and outdoor activities. Norway's love for outdoor activities is reflected in its dominance in winter sports. The country has produced numerous world-class athletes in skiing, biathlon, and cross-country racing. The annual Birkebeiner race, a challenging cross-country ski marathon, is a testament to the Norwegians' enduring spirit of adventure. Hiking, fishing, and kayaking are popular pastimes, and the tradition of dugnad, or community volunteering, often involves collective efforts to maintain trails and outdoor spaces. Cultural identity in modern times. Despite rapid modernization, Norwegians remain deeply connected to their roots. The balance between tradition and progress is evident in their embrace of technology, sustainability, and global cooperation. At the same time, festivals, folklore, and community practices continue to strengthen the bonds of identity. Chapter 5. Economic Landscape. An overview of Norway's economy. Norway boasts one of the most robust economies in the world, marked by a high standard of living, low unemployment, and an equitable distribution of wealth. Its mixed economy combines free market activity with extensive government involvement, ensuring stability and sustainability. With a GDP among the highest globally and a sovereign wealth fund valued at over $1 trillion, Norway stands as an economic model for balancing prosperity and social welfare. The oil and gas industry. The discovery of oil in the North Sea during the 1960s transformed Norway's economy. Fields such as Ekofisk and Troll became pivotal in positioning the country as a global energy powerhouse. Today, oil and gas exports account for a significant portion of Norway's revenues, making the country one of the largest exporters in Europe, to manage this wealth responsibly, Norway established the Government Pension Fund Global, commonly referred to as the Oil Fund. This sovereign wealth fund, one of the largest in the world, ensures that revenues from non-renewable resources benefit future generations. Investments from the fund are diversified globally, with strict ethical guidelines prioritizing sustainability and human rights. Renewable energy and sustainability. While oil and gas have historically driven the economy, Norway is also a leader in renewable energy. Nearly 98% of the country's electricity comes from hydropower, making it one of the cleanest energy producers in the world. In addition, Norway has invested heavily in wind power and is exploring offshore wind farm technologies. The government has also implemented policies to reduce emissions, such as subsidies for electric vehicles, EVs. Norway has one of the highest EV adoption rates globally, with Tesla, Nissan, and other manufacturers finding a significant market in the country. Key industries beyond energy. Norway's economy is diversified, with several other sectors playing vital roles. 1. Fishing and aquaculture. Norway has a long tradition of fishing, and its coastline provides access to some of the world's richest fisheries. The country is a major exporter of seafood, particularly salmon, which is farmed extensively in fjords and coastal waters. Norwegian seafood is prized for its quality and sustainability. 2. Shipping and maritime services. With a history rooted in seafaring, Norway remains a global leader in shipping. Companies like Wilhelmsen and Odfjell Sea operate extensive fleets, contributing to the country's maritime dominance. 3. Tourism. Norway's natural beauty attracts millions of visitors annually. From fjord cruises to Northern Lights tours, the tourism sector is a growing contributor to the economy. Towns like Bergen and Tromsø have become hubs for both domestic and international travelers. 4. Technology and innovation. Norway has made significant strides in technology and research, with a focus on sustainability and green innovation. Oslo, in particular, is emerging as a hub for tech startups and clean energy initiatives. Although these sectors account for a smaller share of the economy, they remain integral to rural communities. Timber, pulp, and paper production are notable industries, and traditional farming practices are preserved in many regions. Welfare state and economic equality. Norway's social welfare system is often cited as one of the best in the world. Funded by high taxes, the government provides free healthcare, education, and robust social safety nets. This ensures economic equality and reduces poverty, creating a society that prioritizes collective well-being. Norway's labor market is characterized by strong unions and collaborative employer-employee relations. The tripartite model of cooperation between the government, labor unions, and employers fosters stability and productivity. Yep. Despite its economic success, Norway faces challenges as it transitions away from fossil fuels. The government has committed to reducing carbon emissions and meeting the goals of the Paris Agreement, but balancing environmental commitments with economic reliance on oil remains a delicate task. Another challenge lies in diversifying the economy further to reduce dependence on energy exports. Investments in technology, innovation, and education will play a crucial role in shaping Norway's future economic landscapes. Chapter 6: Political System and Governance. The constitutional monarchy. Norway is a constitutional monarchy, a system that blends a hereditary royal family with a democratic government. The monarchy, though largely symbolic, plays a vital role in representing Norwegian unity and tradition. King Harald V has been Norway's monarch since 1991, and he is widely respected for his dedication to public service and his approachable demeanor. The Norwegian royal family undertakes ceremonial duties, including the formal opening of the Storting, Parliament, and representing Norway on the global stage. While the monarchy holds no political power, it remains a cherished institution that reflects the country's history and continuity. The Norwegian Constitution. Norway's constitution, adopted on May 17, 1814, is one of the oldest written constitutions still in use today. It established Norway as an independent kingdom and laid the groundwork for its democratic governance. The constitution is progressive, emphasizing equality, freedom of expression, and the rule of law. May 17th, Constitution Day, is a national holiday celebrated with parades, traditional clothing, bunad, and public festivities. It's a day that embodies Norway's pride in its democratic achievements. Parliamentary democracy. Norway operates as a parliamentary democracy with power vested in the Storting, a unicameral legislature composed of 169 members. Members are elected every 4 years through proportional representation, ensuring that the political landscape reflects the diverse views of the population. Key political parties include the Labour Party, Hardibuter Party, traditionally the largest party known for its focus on social welfare and workers' rights. The Conservative Party, Høyhag, advocates for free market policies and economic growth. The Progress Party focuses on reducing taxes and limiting immigration. The Green Party, Milja Party at De Grønne. The Storting has the authority to pass laws, approve budgets, and oversee the government. Norway's Prime Minister, currently Jonas Gahr Støre, as of 2025, leads the government and is typically the head of the largest party or coalition in the Storting. Decentralized governance and regional administration. Norway's governance structure emphasizes local autonomy and decentralized administration. The country is divided into 11 counties, fylker, and 356 municipalities, kommuner, each with its own elected council. This system allows local governments to address community-specific needs while adhering to national policies. Norway's role in international relations. Norway is a prominent advocate for peace and human rights on the global stage. The country is known for its contributions to international conflict resolution and mediation. Oslo, the capital, is home to the Nobel Peace Center and hosts the annual Nobel Peace Prize ceremony. As a member of organizations like the United Nations, NATO, and the European Economic Area, EEA, Norway maintains strong international ties while preserving its independence. Although not a member of the European Union, Norway collaborates closely with EU countries on trade, security, and environmental policies. Social justice and equality. Equality and inclusivity are core principles of Norway's governance. Gender equality is deeply embedded in the political system, with women holding a significant percentage of leadership roles in government and business. The country has also made strides in promoting the rights of LGBTQ plus individuals, with same-sex marriage and adoption legalized since 2009, and allows African Americans in colleges in LGBTQ plus individuals with same-sex marriage and adoption legalized since 2009. Norway's welfare policies reflect its commitment to social justice. The government provides universal health care, free education, and extensive social support, ensuring a high standard of living for all citizens. Judicial system and the rule of law. The Norwegian judiciary is independent and adheres to the principles of fairness and transparency. The Supreme Court, located in Oslo, is the highest judicial authority, ensuring that laws align with the Constitution. Norway's legal system is based on civil law traditions, with an emphasis on individual rights and restorative justice. Environmental governance. Norway is a global leader in environmental policy, consistently ranked among the most sustainable nations. The government has implemented strict regulations to protect its natural resources and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Initiatives like the Carbon Capture and Storage (CCS) project and the promotion of electric vehicles are examples of Norway's commitment to combating climate changes. Norway, Chapter 7. Education and Innovation. The Norwegian education system. Norway's education system is renowned for its emphasis on equality, accessibility, and lifelong learning. The government ensures that education is free and universally available, reflecting the country's commitment to social welfare and personal development. Key features of the system include compulsory education. Children between the ages of 6 and 16 are required to attend school. The primary and lower secondary education levels focus on foundational skills like literacy, mathematics, and critical thinking. Upper secondary education. Students aged 16 to 19 can choose between general academic programs and vocational training. Both pathways are designed to prepare students for either higher education or the workforce. Higher education. Norway's universities and colleges offer free tuition for both domestic and international students. Institutions like the University of Oslo and the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, NTNU, are highly regarded globally. Innovative teaching practices. Norwegian schools emphasize student-centered learning, creativity, and critical thinking over rote memorization. The curriculum incorporates outdoor education and collaborative projects, fostering a love of learning and a connection to nature. Teachers are highly trained and respected, with a strong focus on professional development. Digital technology plays an integral role in classrooms, with many schools adopting digital tools and platforms to enhance the learning experience. Research and development. Norway invests significantly in research and innovation, focusing on areas that align with its natural and economic strengths. Key research sectors include renewable energy, marine biology, Arctic exploration, and green technology. Prominent research institutions, such as the Norwegian Institute of Public Health and SINTEF, one of Europe's largest independent research organizations, contribute to groundbreaking advancements in science and technology. The role of technology and innovation. Norway is a leader in adopting cutting-edge technologies, particularly in sustainability and energy efficiency. The government supports startups and tech companies through initiatives like Innovation Norway, which provides funding and mentorship to entrepreneurs. Major advancements include electric mobility. Norway leads the world in electric vehicle adoption, supported by an extensive charging network and government incentives. Carbon capture and storage, CCS. Norway is pioneering technologies to capture and store CO2 emissions, contributing to global efforts to combat climate change. Maritime technology. Norwegian companies are at the forefront of developing autonomous ships and eco-friendly shipping solutions. Fostering global collaboration. Norway's approach to education and innovation emphasizes international collaboration. Universities maintain partnerships with global institutions, and the government encourages participation in programs like Erasmus+ and the Horizon Europe Research Initiative. In the Arctic, Norway plays a leading role in scientific exploration, contributing to climate studies and fostering cooperation among circumpolar nations. Lifelong learning and skills development. Recognizing the importance of adapting to a rapidly changing world, Norway promotes lifelong learning. The government offers programs for adult education, vocational training, and reskilling to ensure citizens can navigate shifts in technology and the job market.
Land of breathtaking beauty and rich heritage. Nestled in the northern reaches of Europe, Norway is a land that captivates the imagination with its majestic fjords, snow-capped mountains, and awe-inspiring auroras. This Scandinavian nation, with a population of just over 5 million, consistently ranks among the happiest countries in the world. A land of contrasts, Norway seamlessly blends ancient Viking heritage with cutting-edge modernity, offering vitamins, visitors, and inhabitants a unique and enriching experience.
Chapter 10. Norway's Global Influence.
Norway's
Norway has
role
earned
in
a
global
reputation as
diplomacy.
a strong advocate for peace, democracy, and human rights on the international stage. Despite its relatively small size, the country has played a significant role in global diplomacy. Norway is often recognized for its neutrality, diplomatic skills, and commitment to multilateralism. One of Norway's most notable contributions is its role as a mediator in international conflicts. The Norwegian government has facilitated peace negotiations in regions such as the Middle East, Sri Lanka, and Colombia. Oslo, the capital, is home to the Nobel Peace Prize, awarded annually to individuals or organizations that have made significant contributions to global peace. Norway's commitment to peace and diplomacy is also evident in its support of various international organizations, including the United Nations, UN, the European Economic Area, EEA, and NATO. Though not a member of the European Union, Norway maintains close ties with the EU through the EEA agreement, which allows for cooperation in trade, research, and environmental matters. So, humanitarian aid and development. Norway has long been a leading donor of international humanitarian aid, consistently ranking among the top countries in terms of aid per capita. The Norwegian government supports global development initiatives through the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation, NORAD, which funds projects aimed at reducing poverty, promoting education, and supporting sustainable development. Norway is particularly involved in global health initiatives such as the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria, and Gavi, which aims to improve vaccination coverage worldwide. Norwegian NGOs like the Norwegian Refugee Council, NRC, also play a pivotal role in providing assistance to displaced populations in conflict zones. The country's dedication to humanitarian causes is further reflected in its support for climate change adaptation and environmental preservation in developing countries. Norway has pledged billions of dollars to assist nations that are disproportionately affected by global warming, economic influence, and global trade. Norway has a highly developed economy that, despite its small population, exerts significant influence in global markets. The country's wealth is primarily derived from its vast natural resources, including oil, gas, and fish. As one of the world's leading oil exporters, Norway plays a critical role in the global energy market. Norway's state-owned oil company, Equinor, is a major player in global energy production. However, the country has taken steps toward a more sustainable future by investing heavily in renewable energy, including wind and solar power, as well as technologies like carbon capture and storage, CCS. In addition to its energy exports, Norway is a major producer of seafood, especially salmon, which is a significant part of the global food market. Norwegian seafood is exported to many countries, making Norway a key player in the global food industry. Norway is also a member of the World Trade Organization, WTO, and has bilateral trade agreements with several countries, ensuring access to international markets for its goods and services. Cultural influence and soft power. Norway's cultural impact extends beyond its borders, especially in the realms of art, literature, and music. Norwegian authors like Henrik Ibsen, Knut Hamsun, and Jo Nesbø have achieved international acclaim, and their works have been translated into multiple languages. Norwegian cinema has also gained prominence, with filmmakers like Joachim Trier and Eskil Vogt bringing attention to the country's unique storytelling approach. Norwegian music has a growing global presence, particularly in the genres of electronic music and pop. Artists like Aha, Royksop, Aurora, and Kygo have reached international audiences, contributing to Norway's global cultural footprint. The country's design and architecture are also influential, with Norwegian designers gaining international recognition for their minimalist, sustainable, and functional approach. Norwegian architecture firms like Snøhetta have received global praise for their innovative and environmentally conscious designs, such as the Oslo Opera House and the Bibliotheca Alexandrina in Egypt. Environmental leadership and global sustainability. Norway's commitment to environmental sustainability has given it a prominent voice in global discussions on climate change. The country has been at the forefront of promoting renewable energy solutions, carbon reduction technologies, and environmental conservation efforts. Norway's policies and practices are aimed at achieving carbon neutrality by 2050. The country's extensive investments in electric vehicle infrastructure have made it the world leader in the adoption of electric cars, and it continues to push Chapter 11, Norway's Challenges and Future Outlook. Aging population and social welfare sustainability. One of Norway's most pressing challenges is its aging population. Like many other developed nations, Norway faces a demographic shift with a growing proportion of elderly citizens and a decreasing birth rate. This trend is expected to place significant pressure on the country's social welfare system, including healthcare, pensions, and other services for the elderly. While Norway's strong economy and well-established welfare state have enabled it to manage these challenges to date, the future will require substantial reform, ensuring that the pension system remains sustainable, increasing the workforce participation of older individuals, and encouraging higher birth rates through family-friendly policies will be crucial in addressing these issues. Additionally, integrating more immigrants into the labor market may help mitigate some of the workforce shortages. Policies focused on inclusion, language acquisition, and skills development will be necessary to ensure that immigrants contribute to the country's future economic stability. Climate change and environmental sustainability. Norway has positioned itself as a global leader in sustainability and climate action, but it faces substantial challenges in meeting its ambitious environmental goals. While the country has made significant strides in reducing emissions in sectors like transportation, it remains heavily reliant on oil and gas exports, which contribute. Balancing the economic benefits derived from fossil fuel production with the necessity of transitioning to renewable energy sources will be a delicate task. Norway has pledged to become carbon neutral by 2050, and the government is investing heavily in renewable energy projects such as wind and solar, as well as clean technologies like carbon capture and storage, CCS. However, the challenge lies in ensuring that these efforts do not compromise economic growth or job security, particularly in oil-dependent regions. Norway must continue to diversify its economy to reduce reliance on oil and gas while promoting green innovation, sustainable tourism, and the clean energy sector. Technological transformation and the future of work. As digitalization and automation reshape industries across the globe, Norway must prepare its workforce for the future of work. While the country's education system is already well regarded, there is an ongoing need for upskilling and reskilling programs to ensure that workers can adapt to the demands of an increasingly digital economy. Fields such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and data science are expected to see significant growth in the coming decades, and Norway has made efforts to position itself as a leader in these technologies. The government is investing in digital infrastructure, research, and innovation hubs, particularly in cities like Oslo and Trondheim, to foster technological advancements and entrepreneurship. However, as automation potentially displaces certain jobs, the challenge will be to ensure that those impacted by technological change can find new opportunities in other sectors. Lifelong learning initiatives and stronger links between industry and educational institutions will be vital for future workforce development. Global geopolitical tensions and Norway's foreign policy. Norway's position in global geopolitics has traditionally been one of neutrality and diplomacy, but the rise of geopolitical tensions, particularly in Europe and the Arctic, poses challenges for the country's foreign policy. As a member of NATO but not the European Union, Norway must navigate complex relationships between its neighbors and global powers. The ongoing Russian military presence in the Arctic and the challenges posed by climate change in the region, including melting sea ice, are of particular concern for Norway's security and economic interests. Norway's strong relationship with the United States and the European Union is likely to remain a key part of its strategy in ensuring stability in the region. Furthermore, as a small nation with a global reputation for peace and human rights, Norway must continue to advocate for international cooperation, free trade, and multilateralism in the face of growing protectionism and nationalism around the world. Immigration and integration challenges. While immigration has played a key role in Norway's economic and cultural development, the country faces challenges in integrating immigrants and refugees into society. As Norway continues to welcome individuals from diverse backgrounds, it must address issues such as social inclusion, housing, education, and employment. Recent years have seen a rise in political debates over immigration, with some segments of the population expressing concerns about the strain on public services and the preservation